is Prabhakar Shankar. So today I'll be discussing about how I overcame my failure in my 12th grade. The reason I'm uploading this video is I feel it's very important to the young teens and the young adults to understand how to overcome failure. So to give you a brief what exactly happened in my life and what exactly I experienced. So I was a pretty much a studious student in my school days. I topped my school. I scored pretty well in my school days, and even I got 10,000 bucks from government of Karnataka. So I'm basically from Bangalore. So I got 10,000 bucks from Karnataka for scoring highest. So life was growing well, and I was pretty much happy, and pretty much the life was going pretty well. So as a topper in school, as a school captain, I actually never learned much. So it was going. I got the respect, everything, but when it comes to life experience, nothing much. Now, as life was going like this, so we had to shift our house. So I was studying in a different area. So I was actually getting shifted to a different location because that particular location was nearby to my sister's college. So it was far from our current location, so we had to shift. So we planned to shift when I got shifted. Now I want to find my a school, or we call in Karnataka in Bangalore as pre-university college, that is 11th and 12th grade. So the pre-university college, the 11th and 12th grade, the college where I got admitted was actually pretty far from my home location. It was around 20 kilometers. Now what happened? So I got admitted, but when I was about to get admitted, I didn't got a positive review about the college. But my mom said like my son doesn't have any bad habit, like, so we are pretty much fine. So this is how the things went, and I got admitted in that particular college. But I would say the college, when it comes to education, the college was decent. The review was about the students behavior, all those things, but the college was good, I would say. As college was good, but the student culture was okay, I would say. So I joined there. Now the first problem for me was the travel time. So I had to go to the my school. I had to go to my school in my 11th grade, and I have to come to home. Again, I should go to my tuition. So in Karnataka, in Bangalore, people are very fond of these tutorials, especially when they are in their 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. So I had to attend my tuitions. It was kind of compulsory. So my my so-called school was 20 kilometers, around 20 kilometers from my home. My tuition was around 10 kilometers from my home. So per day, I was traveling up and down for this distance. So this was literally an hectic thing for me, and I used to leave the home by morning 7:30 or 8. Sometimes because we used to like catch the bus, and we used to go, and our school timing was very strict. It was 9, but if you go even 5 minutes late, like, they won't allow you inside. You will miss the first period, and next period they won't give you the attendance for the whole day. Now every day I can't leave by 7:30 or 8. That's a problem. So sometimes I used to miss the time, and I used to go by 9:15, something like that. Then they won't give the attendance. So when they don't give the attendance, so we started to react. I mean, the latecomers, we started to react, and we started to bunk the classes. We started bunking the classes. So my attendance was literally like 30-35% in my 11th grade. Somehow I cleared, and I'm pretty good on languages. So in Karnataka, we study like three languages. It's tri-language system: English, Kannada, Hindi. So one language is like regional or optional. It can be Kannada, Hindi, or Sanskrit. Like, you can select. So in PU, I guess no, we didn't add three languages. We had only two languages. So okay, in 10th we had three languages. In PU we had two languages. It's Hindi or Kannada or French or Sanskrit plus English. So it's it's by actually it's two languages. So we had two languages in 12th, and 12th, but in 10th it was three languages. So I was good in languages, so languages I cleared actually. But I selected science group. So I selected physics, chemistry, biology, and maths. So I selected the first group. I didn't add any particular ambitions to become this or that. So in my family, like I only had two choices: either you become an engineer or you become a doctor. So that's it. No other options. No commerce, no arts. So that's how I was grown up. But my parents are not educated, or they are not degree holders actually. I'm the first degree holder from my family, so we are not aware about this IITs or IIMs. Nothing. We don't know like anything. I had zero knowledge about that, to be honest. Till my 10th grade, I was not even aware of this blueprint concept. So I literally mugged up everything for my 10th grades. So every questions, every answer I used to by heart. Now, in my 11th grade, so I went and so this is the first time I'm experiencing this gang war in my life. So I initially like one person was messing around with me, so I was like pissed off. So I had to respond. So I responded. So he was hitting me, so I had to hit him back. So that paved the path for gang war. So like I don't know like the consequences of gang war. So it actually led me into that way of gang war, like how it happens in the school days, in this by these minors actually. So I was not so comfortable. So the guy whom I hit, so he was compromised, but we both are like compromised. Okay, okay, but he brought those seniors, okay, to take revenge on me. So those seniors are like started bullying me. So but thankfully, one of the opposite gang, they came and helped me. It was like experience, I should say once during a time of this gang war, like 40 people literally rounded me up. So I was literally scared because I never had an experience of 40 people, like rounding up and telling you break his teeth or punch him down. Like it was literally scary at that point of time, but I somehow got the help of the people. Like I was saved. So lot of disturbances from the ambience. So it was not peaceful. I told my mom like indirectly, like I don't want to be in this college. Put me in some other college. But she was not understanding. So things were not going so well, and it was literally impacting my education. One, the thing is like ambience of the college, the ambience the students created, and secondly the travel time. Like I used to travel for the tuition, for the school, so no space for study. Even if I am want to study, I didn't add a space to study. So as it went, so they literally pushed everyone from 11th to 12th. So I was pushed, but when it comes to 12th, the board exam, things didn't went well. So I was flunked in bio, physics, maths. Thankfully, I passed chemistry because like a chemistry sir was like pissed off with me. So I was like, somehow I should clear chemistry. So I cleared chemistry, but three subject I was lagging behind. So this was the kind of reality check I first faced in my life, because when I failed my 12th, because being a topper in school days, now being a failure from there to here, so it's different. It's a different scenario to experience. Now, what happened? People who studied with me in my school days, they all scored well, or they scored decent, and they passed, and they took some degrees and they were doing decent. Now, what happened? But it was not in my scenario. So I failed in PU in my first attempt. So second attempt was after a few months, couple of months. I don't remember exactly, couple of months, something like that. So I attempted. In my second attempt, I cleared only bio. I didn't clear maths and physics. Now, slowly, these stresses taking a toll on my mental and emotional health. Now I flunked in maths and physics. So I started, when I got the result in my 12th, when I got my 12th result, like when I came to know that I failed. So the first thing I said, my mom is like, get me some sweets. Like I want to eat some sweets and I want to celebrate my failure. So then we had we took sweets. We sat in park. We had sweets. So I just calmed myself down. Like I accepted the reality. But as the days are going by, passing by, it was becoming harder and harder. So my mom, it was like, like we tried for some diploma in veterinary. So that was recently started in Karnataka. We saw in newspaper. So we thought of like going there and getting admitted. But even for this particular course, diploma in veterinary, they were seeking students from Kannada medium background. So I was from English medium background. So even that was not happening well. So this this is like, this is at this point of time, like I was not eating properly. I was going into depression. I was becoming weaker. I was becoming sick. So I got vomiting. I got, like, when I went to this particular veterinary college, I got vomiting. I got, like, dizziness. So this is the first time, like, I'm literally crying after a lot of days, because like I was going through a lot in my life. So my mom took me to a nearby clinic. So the doctor who was there, she told me, even our brother who was failed in PU, who scored literally zero in max, today is a CEO of a particular company. So she said, like, have hopes, like it's pretty much normal. But at that point of time, I was not mature enough to understand things. So I was like, okay, fine. Like I moved on with life. Then my mom sent me to my aunt's home to study. That was in Chennai. So I was bit into this martial arts and all those stuffs, and I was doing a lot of stunts at that particular age. So I tried jumping from third floor to second floor. I broke my leg and broke my wrist. So this was the huge turning point in my life. So painful but most needed experience, that what I feel. So now what happened, like then people started losing faith in me. So it can be my cousins, it can be my first line relatives, it can be uh, my neighbors, or it can be even my parents. So everyone lost faith in me. Like even my cousin said, like, if your son was not able to clear the papers when he was doing well and good, now he's broken into pieces. His leg is broken now. He will definitely not clear his 12th. So everyone started, taunting me. So now, like, I was kind of rugged at that point of time in my life. So a different version of me it was. So I was kind of an atheist, not believing in God. So it was like life was like that. Now what happened, everyone started taunting me, and I can't do anything because my leg is broken. I can't even perform my own personal activities. And my leg was broken, and for 11 days the surgery was not done. They said, like, the boy is in, like, let's go for this uh, so-called plastering. They say puttur cut in India, so let's go for plastering. So they will just plaster your leg with, some kind of cement, and they will try to, rectify the fracture. But it didn't work out because I was having a kind of complicated fracture. So I can show you the photo. Just give me a moment. So it was one of the most toughest time in my life. I would say so. The most enlightening time. So this was the actual fracture, if you see. So for this fracture, like they did that so-called, cementing, but it didn't work out because. So it was kind of compound fracture. So now finally, when they took me to the doctor for operation, doctor said, like, you delayed too much. Like he might face some, some issues even after surgery because it's delayed. So let's operate, he said. So I got operated, but actually this thing, everything started changing my life. So now, what happened? So it was kind of the most difficult part in my life and even in my family. I would say, like, I met with this accident, and my mom was also, she was also met with an accident, and like one tempo guy hit her and she had some issue with liver. She was undergoing a surgery. Like surgery was done, she was operated. My sister had a minor accident, and due to some reason, my father was not with us, like due to some personal reasons. So it was a quite difficult time. Now I got operated, and I was there. And I remember, like when I was in my school days, there was one student who took me as a serious rivalry, because as I said, I was, well performing student. So one more guy who took me as serious rivalry. When this 12th result, when we got the 12th result, like he literally lifted his collar in front of me. uh, Immaturity, but that's it, it kind of, like it hurted me a lot. And things were going like this. And when I lost the hope, like I will pass, I didn't got much hope, like. But finally, like things started changing once I was operated and I was in the room alone. Like there was one Bible, okay, in front of me, which was actually in Tamil language. So I don't know Tamil much. So I'm, I know English, but it was not an English Bible. It was a Tamil Bible. So, and as I said, I was an atheist and I was a born Hindu, not a Christian. Someone gifted that Bible to us long back. I don't remember. I don't remember who gifted it and for why they gifted it. I don't remember, but it was there. Now, as I was alone, my mom was also in hospital. She was admitted. Like my sister, she had a minor accident, but she was actually working at that point of time. So no one were at home, and I started reading that Bible, and I started praying. So I started praying, and I felt good. I felt good. Okay, like something I felt good. I don't know what it is, but I don't know how to pray. Then I liked it. I liked the way I felt. So I started doing it regularly. I started, praying for, talking, like telling my pain to that so-called God for 5 minutes. That 5 minutes became 15 minutes. It become 15 minutes. It become like 150 minutes for hours, like 2 hours, 3 hours. I started praying. So that gave me a relief actually. So I felt good. Like I felt something is happening inside me. I was feeling comforted. That is the right word I would say. I was feeling comforted. So with this happened, things were going by, and I started experiencing miracles. So if you ask me what are the miracles, so like once what happened, like I when I started reading this Bible, I also becoming like fluent in Tamil. I slowly started to read, write Tamil fluently, because I know Tamil to some extent, but I never got in touch with Tamil. So I started reading this Bible, I become fluent. You know what happened? At one point, I asked God, God, I want to know more about you. So help me out with it. If someone tells me about you, I can understand better. And suddenly, I got one channel where they talk about, God. I was watching that channel. I was pretty much happy, and again I prayed, God, this program is only for half an hour. I can't know much about you. If someone talks more about you for long hour, that would be helpful. So I found out one particular TV channel called as Angel TV. So they speak a lot about Christ and his divinity. It was very helpful for me, and I was 18 at that point of time. So this is like 2014, the year I'm talking about. So and I was 18. So I told God, God, I'm a born Hindu. Like I don't know Christianity much, and no one ever spoke to me Christianity much. If I want to accept you, give me biryani today. So I was with my stick, walker and stick actually. Like my leg was broken and I was operated. If you give me biryani today, I'll accept you. Then I did this prayer in morning, and to my surprise, in evening, one of my neighbor They gave me a biryani kebab, pigeon fry with some sweets. Or they came to my house and they said like, give it to your son. He is like a operator. Like we just want to offer. I was like wondering like what exactly is happening, and because at that particular day there was no festival or something like that, and there was no function anywhere. They just offered actually, and when I took the first bite of the food and I realized I prayed for this today and God gave me this. So that actually solidified my belief in God. So, and things started taking a serious turn. So this prayer and the word of God started to make me soft, and it started to make me more spiritual. So I turned towards God. This was not just a turning point, like it was literally changing my life upside down, my character and everything. And I was a guy who was roaming without any serious ambitions, I would say. So at that point of time, like, I came across a course called as PharmD, Doctor of Pharmacy, that literally got my attention, and I really wanted to do that course. Kind of it became my ambition. So I had kind of a bit interest in medicine, but I'm not very fond of this blood and surgeries. Like I don't feel comfortable. So, but this course was only into pure medicine, not surgery or much. So I was pretty much interested. It was kind of a customized course for me. Now what happened? I really wanted to do this course, but I failed my PU, and I said my mom, let me do this course, but she was like, she inquired my cousins who did, who were in the same medical field, but they said like it's kind of a rich man's course. You might not be able to afford, and but I didn't lose the hope. But my mom did. She went to a nearby college to inquire about this course. Just by seeing my mom, the college staff said like, "You guys better take B pharmacy. Don't take Form D is for rich people." I don't know what they judged. Might be by dress or looks, but they said like that. And when she came back, and finally I got my result. I wrote my exams, and thankfully I got passed. Like I got a pretty decent mark in physics, like 60 plus. I just passed in max. They literally pushed me in max 35, so I just passed, but somehow I passed. Thankfully I wrote the entrance exam. I went with Walker, I wrote, and thankfully I got good score in entrance exam, and I applied for this Form D through entrance. I got this Form D through entrance. No, almost for 8 months I was at home. I was not going out because the guy who lifted his collar was staying opposite to me, and I was not feeling comfortable unless and until I get this Form D. I get a better degree than him. I will not go out. So 8 months I was literally staying in. I was only going out for hospital visits. That's it. So finally I got this seat, and everyone came to know about this. Then I took my first step out of my house gate. I started walking in my street, and I prayed to God actually, like if I get Form D, no one has faith on me, but I have faith on your God. Like if I get this Form D, I'll accept you and I'll take the baptism and I'll come to the college. So as promised, my college started on September 1st, 2014. So I took baptism on 31st of August 2014. I got the date to take baptism. I took the baptism and I went to my college. So the reason I'm sharing this is like my point of my point of breakthrough, and my life got uplifted, and how I overcame my failure in my 12th was not through a person but through spirituality, but through God. Because at that point no one trusted me, not even my own parents or my friends, my family, cousins. No one trusted me because that's how people like behave. People measure you by success, not by anything else. So when no one trusted me, when everyone left me, God took me. God believed in me, and I got faith on it. So being an atheist, I become a believer now, and pretty much happy for the miracles that God made in my life. And that failure actually taught me discipline, resilience, and it taught me many things, to be honest. It taught me like faith, it taught gave me maturity, it showed me forgiveness. So I would say that 12th fail was needed in my life. So if that was not there, I would have not been here today. So today I am like, today I experienced everything in my career. So being from family, I got the, today I hold a clinical doctorate. Today it's like Dr. Prabhakar Shankar. So, and I've been with IITs, I've been with IIMs. So I got all the tags, being it a doctor or alum as an or an alumni of IIT or IIM. So I studied much of things now, but more than the success, I would say the failure that taught me, that was the biggest lesson and the most needed lesson I ever learned in my life. So, guys, if you are failed somewhere today, it can be your school, or it can be your college, or it can be even your life. Never lose the hope. People might leave you, people might forsake you, even your own loved ones might forsake you. It can even be a relationship, okay? But have faith on yourself, have faith on the superior thing that lies beyond our consciousness. Try to understand the divinity, focus on that. The divine path will definitely show you the way, the truth, and it will definitely guide you to your actual life and purpose. Never lose the hope, okay? Trust in yourself, trust in God, and find out your purpose. So this is my journey, how I overcame my failure in my 12th. Comment your thoughts and comment your journey if you have something to say in the comment section. So happy to read that. So I hope it was helpful, guys. So thank you for watching. This is Prabhakar Shankar signing off.